Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with the collective Steals and Deals video for 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everyone! Look at these fun cards. Both of these items, though, you can't get, but I do like the whole 4th of July. I'm sorry that you can't get them. This was a limited time release, and this is a Kit Club item. Both of them from Spellbinders, but I think they are so appropriate for the 250th birthday of the United States. Yay! What do you guys think? I love these. So pretty. I hope everyone is having a fun and safe 4th of July, enjoying all the fireworks and such. Most of these sales actually end on the 5th or the 6th, so you don't have to worry about it only being open on the 4th. Now, one thing that's very interesting, there's a lot of companies participating in the 4th of July sales, crafty sales. But there's also a lot of companies that are not participating. Throughout my list, it's not as long as I thought it was going to be, but it's still 2 thumbs up for great steals and deals. I will be putting links below for everything, whether I am affiliated with them or not. So everything I talk about, I will detail and link below. Also, crafters, I'm going to be putting timestamps for certain companies that I'm going to be talking about where I may go into detail. You might want to either watch it or you've seen it before and then you want to skip. But then for those of you who are seeing this for the first time, then you can stay and watch it. Things like that. So timestamps are always great just to get the information and to jot down all these codes. And crafters, before I start, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I would love your support. Alrighty, crafters, let's get into this sale. First, we're going to start off with the big box online retailers. I always like to start off with the big ones who carry a lot of items and such. We're going to start off with scrapbook.com. Scrapbook.com has 2 options. Option 1, get 10% off site-wide with the code JULY. Option 2, which I think is a better option, spend $55 or more and use the code free shipping to get free shipping. Now, shipping at scrapbook.com always adds up. They have their everyday low price on their items, but when it's free shipping, that's when you can stock up on the bulkier items. 6x6 paper pads, 12x12 paper pads, die cutting machines, some of their bigger tools, even some of the adhesives. If you buy a bunch of them, they'll make your shipping go higher and higher. So when it's free shipping, that's when I like to stock up on certain things at scrapbook.com. So 2 options, either 10% off with July or free shipping when you spend $55 or more with free shipping. You can't stack these codes, okay? Also, don't forget to add the free gifts. There's always some nice free gifts at scrapbook.com. This is also a great time to stock up on their exclusives. And I love their exclusives. Their exclusives will include dies, lots and lots of die sets in different categories. They even have the Christmas in July dies going on now, which is great. Pattern paper pads, plus they have new card stock. That's exciting. I wanted to get some of the card stock, but that has been selling out. If you've tried it, let me know if it's really, really good, because I'm curious about their new card stock that they have. It's 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12 size. Also, they have tools. And they will have collaborations with certain companies for die cutting machines. For example, they have a new pink Platinum 6. It's called the Pearlescent Pink. I'm showing you the graphic here. That's on sale. And normally, if you bought it at a different time, your shipping would be expensive. But then when you add free shipping to it, thumbs up for a great deal. Let me show you an example of some Christmas in July goodies with scrapbook.com. So this is their die set. I bought both of these on sale. Best time to buy their exclusives when it's on sale. This is the Nested Stitch Gingerbread People, Scarf and Hat, and Nested Stitch Gingerbread Dress and Bow set. On the back is where you'll get the graphics of how to put it together and the 3 different sizes. Isn't this fun? At this large sizing too, you could use this for scrapbooking. I love this. Haven't used it yet, but I do have it. Here is an example of their pattern paper. There is a gingerbread pattern paper. And I love this whole 6 by 8 inch size. It is 2-sided. Fun there. Look at that with the cookies. Super duper fun. There's also the Nutcracker one. I love this colorway. There's times when I love the whole traditional Christmas and then I love the fun Christmas. This is very, very pretty. So I'll put links for these below as well. Look at that. So pretty. Love. Here's another sampling that I bought. Fruit slices. This is a A2 base with citrus slices. Super fun. And this one, which is called Fruit. Now here it doesn't look exciting, but when I flip it over, Look how fun that is. So their dies are on sale. All of them, all of their exclusive dies. But with the free shipping, this is what I like to stock up on. I love their double-sided tape. This is a 1/4 inch double-sided tape. You can buy a single roll if you want to try it. But I've been using it for years. I always buy it when it's 6 rolls in the pack and on sale. That's the time when I'll stock up on this. This alone will make your shipping higher if you buy it by itself, just a standard day without the free shipping. This adds up very quickly to making your shipping going from $6 all the way up to $10, $13, $18, and all of that. So I like to buy the 6-pack of their double-side adhesive. Fabulous. They're 1/8 of an inch roll, the thin one. I'll normally get a single roll of that one because I don't use that one often, but it's very, very good as well. My favorite from them, which I am using every day when I am making all sorts of cards, is their foam squares, the large foam squares. I always say to you, get the large foam squares, give it a try. This will be full size, but I am currently using this. So what you see, I'll put little notes on it. 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter. While crafting, if I want to cut it down smaller, just take a pair of scissors and go like this. You see how easy it is to cut and get a little square and then pop it up on something? I love this. If you decide to give it a try, don't get this one. 2 millimeter or any size, the small squares. These don't remove easily. You'll be taking off one and everything else is coming with it. I prefer working with this. See how it separates easily? And there is 3 sizes. So 1 millimeter is the lowest profile. 2 millimeter is your standard foam. And then 3 millimeter is the highest one. 3 millimeter is really great when you want to pop up something very high, or if you're using it in strips and such, you can also use this for your shakers. Really, really good for shakers to get all your bits flowing nice and easily. 3 millimeter foam is your best friend for that. Most of the time, the most popular I use, 1 millimeter. So my cart right now has a bunch of 1 millimeter rolls, not 2 or 3 because I have a lot of this too. So don't get the small. Get the large foam squares. There are circles too, but I don't really like the circles because I get too many empty pieces. I'll show you in a second what I mean. I like to store them in bags like this. So I have a pack of 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, and some 3. Now in here, there is another style of 1 millimeter. This one I have as black. It is an A2 base. You can use this to put adhesive on a whole panel, but to me, that's just wasting. I would end up just cutting this down, but I did purchase this. You will see this. I think it's a waste to use it on a card, but if you're giving somebody a very special card and you want it to last for the next 20 years, then I guess you could just put the panel on this, peel it off and stick this on, and then it's fine. I got this as a freebie. Notice it's in the back of my pile because I never use it. I can't stand them. The small, they just don't work easily. But I do love my 1 millimeter square. These are the dots. I do have these in 2 and 3 millimeter. When you use these circles, you end up with all these bits. I don't like that. That's why I like to use the square because I can finish everything. Here I'm like clipping these pieces and working with circles. It's just not fun. This is hard to come off too. So I don't really like these small ones here. So that's why it's in the back of my pile. What I'm really using all the time is the large foam squares. And I like to write on here, and I do write on it when I take it out as well with my Sharpie, just to keep everything going smoothly when I'm crafting. Here's an example of when the 3 millimeter circular foam comes in very handy for interactive cards like this. You want to pop him up high enough to get the legs to be able to swing very easily. That's when this is handy in 3 millimeter. 2 millimeter, it becomes very short. 1 millimeter, it's not even going to move, but 3, perfect for some sort of interactive card like this, okay? That's when I use this. So if you want to get some circles for your interactive cards like this, that's the best size to get. Also with their foam adhesives, they do carry strips. I use it sometimes. I don't use it all the time. So I don't normally talk about it like this, these thin little strips, but they do have it. 1 millimeter strips. As you can see, I haven't even used the pack. It's going to be a very low profile. 2 millimeter, the standard. This was a freebie. I can tell by the way it's only 1 pack. It normally comes like this. This is the one that I will use from time to time, the 3 millimeter. So it's this wide. I've already used some out of it. So you can see the height, right? If you want to use this for shakers, but at this sizing for a shaker, it suits me to use their 1/4 inch foam rolls. This I do have, but I don't really use it. It is there if you want to give it a try. These are the foam adhesive strips, 1/8 of an inch wide, okay? What I do use the most, and this is currently the roll I'm working with, is their foam rolls like this in 1/4 inch. They do have a 1 inch. I do have a few rolls of the 1 inch. I never use it. If I was doing scrapbooking where I'm working with very large images and I wanted to pop up something really big, then I would go into the 1 inch foam. But for regular card making, I'm using this. Even for some mini albums too, I would use this. So it comes in 3 sizes in 2 colors. I'm going to just put a general link for their foam adhesives. You'll see all of this. You can buy these individually. You can also buy them as a pack of 3. Right now in my cart, I have the white one. I'm going to get a few rolls of this. I have a bunch of this, more than what I have here. I just finished a roll of the 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter. So we're going from that low height, medium height, super high. This is the one I'll use for shakers. You see? Put it on the edge of the panel with the acetate. All your bits will just shake and move and have fun. For black cardstock, beyond Halloween, I love their black foam rolls too. For example, I have this panel popped up off of this. See here on the side? That's what's in here. Right now, I believe I'm using the 2 millimeter foam. Sometimes I'll use the 1 millimeter too if I want a low rise, but here I can tell that I'm using 2. So you see the panel? That's why I love the black foam when I work with a lot of black card bases. I just think it's just so seamless and pretty. For all the flowers I'm popping up, you notice that you aren't seeing any white peeking through? It's because I'm using the black. You won't find the black like this. The foam squares only come in white. If it did, I would so stock up on it. I adore this, and I would love if this came like this, and then I would get a ton of the black. This is the most popular size I use in both colors. The 1 millimeter 1/4 inch foam, and then I have the 2, which is like standard foam, and then the 3. I use this for shakers and such, but not really. What I'm really using most of the time is 1, that low profile, this size. Fabulous. You can get a lot of height differential and have lots of fun with your images, popping them up and all this fun. One honorable mention, which is not a scrapbook.com product, but I do use it all the time as well, is the Altenew Instant Dimension Foam Tape. I do use this as my 2 millimeter roll. This comes this big, so I use this for a lot of card panels. If I want to pop up something like this, I can use this one as well. It is thicker. And I'll also use it if I was using a big card panel. I go into this one. This is very pricey. Best time to buy it when it's on sale. I always get it on sale at Altenew. If they have it on sale during this 4th of July, I will put a link below for this. By far winner. Thumbs up for this one. If you want to get this type of sizing, and when it's on sale, it works out cheaper and it works just as good as the 3M foam tape. Love, 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 love. This is the one you want to get. Big, huge roll. This is something that I like to use as well. Scrapbook.com mint tape. Most popular, the 1 inch. If your budget is tight, stay right here. They have a new 1/4 inch. Don't use it. 1/2 inch. Don't use it either. Did I buy these? Yes, because I thought I would use it. No, I don't. If I was working on something very large, I do have their 4 inch. Don't use this either, really. I use this when I am stenciling. I don't use it for die cutting. That's when I go into yellow tape. But their mint tape is very good because it has very low tack. I can use this around 2 times and then I have to throw it away. For example, with this card here where there is a stencil in the background, I would then hold the stencil down and blend here because I do like to work on my Glass Board Studio glass craft mat. I'll come back to this because there's something exciting with it, but I do hold down my stencils. This tape dispenser is also scrapbook.com. They may have it in stock to hold this. It is huge, very heavy, and it works very, very well though. Buy this one on sale too if you want to get it for your mint tape. Do you have to have this? No. You could work with this, and I will put a link at Amazon for this. This is the small Scotch tape roller. It's not this size, not the big office size. That size will work with this as well. And you can put stuff here and then keep working. But if you're going to get mint tape, 1 inch, some people like to use it for die cutting. I don't. I love to use yellow tape. Yellow tape now is a Spellbinders product, which is on sale at Spellbinders. This is 5/8 of an inch. This is 1/4 of an inch. I do use both. I use them for dies, better press, glimmer. Holding down the glimmer plate, holding down better press, the cotton card when I'm pressing and all of that. This has more stick than this. If I use this for stenciling, it would tear the paper. What's not the winner, and I still have, purple tape. This is in between these two, and sometimes too much stick, and it just isn't the world's greatest thing. So I still have some rolls of this that I need to finish. But if you want to have some crafty assistance, these three are fabulous. If anything, get these two. 1 inch, skip the small size. 5/8 inch, these two. You can skip this one too, but I do like them. They will come looking like this. Yellow tape, okay? It's called Best Ever Craft Tape. I will link this under Spellbinders because this is on sale at Spellbinders, but this is on sale at scrapbook.com. Another fabulous crafty assistant from scrapbook.com is their storage envelopes. I am so thankful that they sent me one as a freebie years ago, and I have been buying them time and time again, always on sale. I never buy them when they're not on sale. Don't do that to yourself. They go on sale enough, just wait. This is their large size, and I can keep a whole collection in here. Dies, even the stamp. It can hold between 6 and 8 items depending on how bulky it is. And I just love that they're flexible enough to hold everything, and they keep me very, very organized because I'm always working with a ton of dies and a ton of everything. This is all Better Press. Look at that. 5 sets. Foundation dies, which you guys know I love foundation dies. These are all my arch dies. 5 sets of them. Fits perfectly in here. And I still have space that I could put in. Let's go 6, 7. I think 8 I can stop here. Around 8 I can stop. I can still close it in the back. But when you go about 10, that's when it starts to go wonky. Another set, another set. So here I have my ovals. Here I have my rectangles. This is another set, an older die set in the back that has now been retired, and a new set. Isn't that fabulous? I love, 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 love scrapbook.com storage envelopes. Get yourself a pack. This is the medium size. That would be your standard A2 die sets. And then the larger ones will be the large. There's also an extra large. If you have some of those oversized Altenew stamp and die sets, those really, really big ones, then you can go into their even larger dies. So I'll put a general link for their storage envelopes. I would then go with the medium first because most of your dies will be this size. I've been using this not for like months, years, and they hold up over time. Even if you drop it, it still works, okay? Because I have picked these up and dropped them too. They'll still work fine, and they hold a lot. This is a lot of weight right here. Listen, you hear that? But they work fabulous and keep me organized. Also, crafters, there's a lot of Olo markers, Olo alcohol markers at scrapbook.com. They have marker sets, and then they have the storage for it. So I'll put a direct link for that in case you're looking for some Olo. But Olo itself has a sale too, so we'll talk about that. Alrighty, up next, Simon Says Stamp. Spend $100 and get $20 off with the code KABOOM. So it's not just their exclusive Simon Says products, which are fabulous too. Their dies, their embossing folders, their tools, they have fun stuff as well. But I do use a lot of the scrapbook.com ones. They also have the deep clearance, so I'll put a link for that too. Next, a cherry on top. Get 20% off site-wide with the code July4. Lots of goodies there. They carry lots of brands, and they also carry products for fine arts. So if you or your kids do more fine art, you can get goodies there. They'll also offer free shipping at a certain amount. I think is at $59 or maybe $65, somewhere in there. That's where you can get those expensive brushes, and now you get 20% off of them and different things that most other craft companies don't carry. So definitely check out a cherry on top. Plus, they have a lot of scrapbooking goodness too. Lots of collections, lots of paper packs. When scrapbook.com or Simon Says Stamp sells out of a particular paper collection and you want that whole 12 by 12 and all the ephemera and everything, go to a cherry on top and more than likely you'll find it there. So that's what I normally do when I'm looking for certain collections and it's sold out everywhere. I'll go over to a cherry on top and that 20%, thumbs up, and they'll have it under new stuff too, site-wide. Next, Spellbinders. And right now they have a huge Steals and Deals 4th of July sale. I'll link my video here so you can take a look at that. Lots and lots of goodies in the sale. They have die deals, better press deals, bundle deals, embossing deals. I'll put a link for those categories below so you can take a look at the sale and everything. Also, Kit Club is about to open for new subscriptions on the 6th. Come back to my channel to see Spellbinders' latest Christmas in July Kit Club. So super fun. Also, crafters, if you haven't seen this, they still have the Just Add Cake birthday card making kit. This is a fabulous kit that includes 7 die sets. Here's a sampling of some of the die sets. Celebratory there. Everything birthday. Look at that for dad. Cupcakes. And the dies here I have on the back. Flowers. So fun. Even for the kids, the little monster. Let me show you an example. So in here, it comes with a lot of other goodies. Here is my example with the champagne bottle. Here is my example with the cupcake set. Here is my example with the monster. Here is my example with dad. So the Just Add Cake birthday card making kit is filled with a lot of dies and all sorts of goodies. You can definitely check that out at Spellbinders. Scrapbook.com also carries it, so I'll put a link at scrapbook.com too. Also, crafters, Spellbinders still has a few of the Weekender virtual workshop this kit. This was held at the end of May, but you can still buy the kit. You will have access to all the classes, and there was 6 instructors. Everybody has 3 cards, 18 cards plus some extras, so that's 20 something cards with this fun tropical summer goodness. So you will have access to this for about a year. Everything in here, which also has a ton of die sets, are exclusive to the Weekender. They will not be released later on in some sort of future collection, okay? So this is a one and done collection. There is still some of this left. You will have access to the videos and you can go ahead and make your cards at your own pace. You will also have access to the Facebook group where a lot of crafters are still currently making cards and posting them and having just way too much fun with this, especially over the summer. So there is this Tiki Toucan. Look at this Bird of Paradise. Fun little add-on. You saw a card with this cutie patootie already. Huey Chameleon. Love that. This cutie Jungle Cat. This huge die set. There's also stamp with coordinating die. Love that. Embossing folder. And stencil. Here's an example of the waterfall. So fun. And all these cards was when I took the Weekender. So I bought this whole kit. Absolutely worth it. For Tiki Toucan, here are some examples. I made this with the Weekender and a crafty friend of mine. Thanks again, Judy. She sent me this beautiful card. Wildly thankful. Look at that. This is Jennifer McGuire's class. Ooh, this is Nicole Spore's class. Ooh, again. So super pretty. Look at that die set. Love, 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 love. Look at this beauty. This is from Yana Smakula, her class. This is her second card with the Jungle Cat. Look at that. Super duper fun. With this little fun die set, look at this with last month's Kit Club. If you want to get it before it's sold out. It is packed with goodies. On sale is their DIY color deck. If you want to learn color theory and make beautiful cards with the reference, this deck helps you with color choices. On the backs of the cards, it will give you color theory like this. In these little slots, you can put little squares if you wish of cardstock. I stopped doing it because once I put it in here, it's making it too bulky. So now I just work with the front of the card. These 2 cards right here inspired these 2 cards, the colorway. Normally, I wouldn't make a card like this, and I definitely wouldn't make a card like this with the soda, but I think it's so fun. So that's the DIY color deck on sale at Spellbinders as a color reference. But the reason I'm showing you it, 1, it's on sale and it's great to help you pick colors, but 2, back in stock, Spellbinders has this. Maybe you're seeing this for the first time. This is called the Color Cube. I was introduced to this by Jennifer McGuire. When she wants to pick colors to make her cards, let's say she wants to do something just completely different, she says that she would refer back to this set. So I bought this set a few years ago. This is just a recent purchase, okay? There is 4 volumes of it. Volume 1 and 2 are the older sets, and you'll get reference cards as well, like this. Each box has 250 cards. On the back, no color theory, but you'll get a reference color. This, I think, goes back into Pantone or something with these colors because interior designers can use this as well. So if you see her make some cards sometimes and you're like, where did she get that color combo? She says that she'll refer to this. So I decided to purchase it myself. Spellbinders does carry all 4 volumes now. Out of the 4 volumes, I do have 3 of them. I have volume 1 and 2 that I bought together. And then I bought volume 4. At Spellbinders, if you buy an individual volume of it with the 250 reference cards, this is coming in at $45 for 1. If you purchase the 2 together, volume 1 and 2, then it's $75, not $90. So your best deal would be to purchase it as a bundle together. Spellbinders does have it in stock and with volume 1 and 2, you're getting 500 reference cards, color reference cards. Isn't that fabulous? Now, at the time when I bought this, volume 4, it was sold individually, so I couldn't get 3 and 4. If I had known that they would eventually put 3 and 4 together, which is the same price. So by itself, $45, and then volume 3, $45. The invisible volume that I don't have, I would have gotten the two together, because now to buy volume 3, I'm going to spend $45, which would put me at $90 as opposed to $75. Now, she updated it for this new set. This released last year. So what she did was put categories. For example, Wedding Bliss, Bugs and Butterflies, Juicy Fruit, and volume 3 has a whole different set too. So I looked at the volumes and I decided I wanted this one because of the colors that I could tell from, like Wedding Bliss. Look how pretty this is. So the back is still the same with the reference, but look at these colors. And a lot of cardstock, Spellbinders color wheel cardstock, a lot of that is on sale. So I'll put a link for that. I'll put a link to my video here so you can see what color wheel cardstock looks like. It's 48 colors. Even Altenew cardstock, I would say Concord and Ninth cardstock, Basil cardstock will work with a lot of this. Look at this colorway for fall. Isn't that super pretty? That's very, very pretty. Love that. So volume 3 and 4 is a more updated in terms of there's 25 cards to each set. She gives you this fun reference to get to it very, very easily. So I love that. This is also 250 cards. So if you get volume 1 to 4, yes, you're at 1,000 cards. Seriously. And you will get free shipping at 100 at Spellbinders. So if you want to treat yourself to one just out of curiosity, maybe get volume 4 to start and then work your way backward. If you wanted to get the newer one, that would give you all of this and then these are the reference, or you can go back to volume 1 and work from there. Spellbinders has all 4 options available. So I just wanted to show you that the color cube is there. If you have always been interested in it and you want a deal on it, best deal would be to bundle 1 and 2 together or 3 and 4 together for $75 each, and then get that free shipping at 100, because when you buy it from the inventor of this, you're not getting free shipping and all of that, but at Spellbinders you will, so thumbs up for that. But this comes to me easier. So if you struggle trying to use the color wheel and you're like, I have it, I don't know what to do with it, reference cards are your best friends, okay? So that's why I prefer using cards like this over this. Up next, Scrapbook Pal. Spend $50, get free shipping with the code 4th2026. At Scrapbook Pal, they carry a lot of brands, Honeybee stamps, Lawn Fawn, all sorts of brands, but they also carry Copic markers, all of it, and also all the little refills and tools that you need for your Copic markers. So I love to buy my Copic markers from them and refills from them as well. They also carry score tape. So when I'm not using the scrapbook.com adhesive tape, let's say I'm making a mini album, then I'll go into my expensive score tape in all the sizes. So definitely check out Scrapbook Pal. Up next, Hero Arts is having a steals and deal sale. So definitely check that out. It's a sale on select items, so I'll put a link for that. Also, check out their new release. Look at this one for 4th of July with the hot dog. Isn't this fun? So there's a hot dog stamp set. Look at the little dog with the hot dog. Come back to my channel to go more into this hot dog goodness, but look at this. So this is a coming video, but look at the hot dog and everything for summer crafting and of course 4th of July. I think this is so fun. Altenew is having a sale, and yes, in many categories. So I'll just put a general link, and they do have sale on select items as well. No code needed. So you can check out all sorts of goodies there. I will definitely look for the foam roll. If that's on sale, I'll put a link below. Now we're going to go into Crafty storage. Stampin' Storage has 15% off site-wide plus free shipping when you spend $150, no code needed. Stampin' Storage and Best Craft Organizer is where you can buy crafty furniture, cabinets, and I'm showing you a graphic here. Their craft island desk. You can also purchase like a carousel for your inks, all sorts of storage solutions, and these items will last you forever. They're made very, very well. So if you look at the price point and you're like, wow, because you're paying for the quality that you're getting, okay? Definitely shop there when they have a discount, and it's across all sorts of goodness site-wide. Also, Best Craft Organizer has 15% off site-wide as well. Stampin' Storage and Best Craft, both same company. Best Craft Organizer will be more of your furniture, the craft island, the craft cabinet, Stamp and Storage is more the carousel and such, but they sometimes interchange items as well. So you can go to either site and take a look, and you can check them out on YouTube. Now, if you go there and you're like, wow, look at these prices. I know a lot of you have that dream box. That's much more expensive. You're spending $3,000, $3,500 on a box that opens up. I know a lot of you love it. I did look at it for a second, but I thought I want more functionality. So I like the whole Stamp and Storage and Best Craft, but that's me. If you love your dream box, thumbs up for you. But I just think for $3,000, it should be like more things. Like for $3,000 at Stamp and Storage, I could definitely get more items for that price point. Just saying, especially on sale too. And I could have my craft island decked out with drawers on the bottom and shelves and all sorts of goodies. And I would still have money left over to shop other items. They even have a new electronic die cut machine craft thing too. I'll show it to you here, like a cabinet, and it rolls out like your Cricut and such. Oh, fun. Up next, Glassboard Studio. You can get 15% off site-wide with my code Suzanne15. I will have a link below, so definitely check that out. But the new thing there is their American flag craft mat. Super pretty. Now, when you have a graphic craft mat, right here what you're looking at, what I'm filming on, is my true white 18 by 24 inch glass craft mat. Why I love it so much is because it cleans very easily with isopropyl alcohol and it doesn't ghost. What is ghosting? When you buy other brands of glass craft mats, over time, when you keep working on them and cleaning them, it'll start to develop a haze. That's called ghosting. This doesn't ghost. And I've had this for years now, and it is magnetized. So you can also get their magnets 15% off site-wide. This will hold down things too. Like if I was working on this card and I want to hold it down and then ink blend, I generally forget to use it. That's when I always keep using the mint tape. But this is also available too if you wanted to get some of those. Fabulous. I do love my Glassboard Studio glass craft mat. Do I own a few of them? Yes. I do have one that was the Northern Lights with a print. So the new American flag one, the print will be on the bottom, recessed under the glass. So you will still be able to see your 1 inch square and all of that. This will be more raised up. So like when you have a pattern, you can still see the grid. If you were wondering if you can still see it, yes, you can. But to be easier, solid colors. They have pink, blue, the white, black, gray. Jennifer McGuire, she uses the gray. There's even a 12 by 12 scrapbooking glass craft mat. So you can definitely check that out too. It will be 24 inch wide. So two 12 by 12 inch layouts can work at the same time. I do have a video on that. Let me link the video here because I do have that glass craft mat too. Now we're moving on from storage solutions. Let's go into Anna Griffin. This is exciting. Anna Griffin has 25% off site-wide with the code USA250. What is very interesting about this one? It applies to her electronic die cut machine like her Elite Empress, her Mini, and also her cutting plates. So if you have the Empress and you want the cutting plates and all of that, best time to get them when they're on sale. Also, interestingly enough, Scrapbook.com has her Empress Elite on sale. That is coming in at $289.99 with the free shipping. But at Anna Griffin, same machine, $255 from $340. Right now, Anna Griffin is the best deal. And you will also get free shipping at Anna Griffin. So check that out. I will put a link. I'm not affiliated with her, but you can definitely check that out. If you've been wanting an Elite machine at $255 from $340, thumbs up for a deal. And it is actually a better deal than Scrapbook.com. Jaded Blossom. They have 25% off dies, 50% off stamps, no code needed. If you love gnomes and all sorts of cuties, definitely check out Jaded Blossom. I have a lot of their dies and stamps, and they have high quality dies and stamps. So definitely check out Jaded Blossom. Up next, My Creative Time. 20% off site-wide. This is a flash sale with the code FLASH2026. So at My Creative Time, I am on the design team. You can do Christmas in July, make something like this. So it's site-wide, get these little cups. Newer release with the strawberries, so fun. Birthday cake die, so cute. They even have ephemera, cardstock, and all sorts of fun. Okay, so definitely check out My Creative Time. Fantastic dies, very, very well-made dies as well. They can take a licking and still keep on ticking. Scrappy Tales. Get 20% off site-wide with the code Happy4th. She has a lot of fun die sets, large die sets, and these die sets can make all sorts of uber interactive cards, like open it up and flowers pop out, that type of style. So definitely check out Scrappy Tales. Up next, Echo Park, Summer Warehouse Sale. No code needed. Definitely check out their fabulous pattern paper, ephemera, and dies as well. Love Echo Park. Next, Frank Garcia. Spend $99, get 20% off site-wide with the code 4th. He has lots and lots of goodies, and he has a new collab with Spellbinders. Thumbs up, come back to my channel to see that one, including some Better Press ink too. I was like, you go, Frank. He also has a studio that you can go there. I think he does classes there too. It's in California, Upland, California. Pixie Dust Designs. Get 20% off with the code July20. She has a lot of beautiful fun dies to play with. Definitely check out Pixie Dust. Olo Markers itself. They have buy 5 Olo markers, you get 1 free. So if you want to stock up on their markers, thumbs up for that. And you will get free shipping if you spend $125. But scrapbook.com also has the Olo marker sets, and they also have the tower. But then again, if you spend 5, you can get 1 free. So you weigh it out whichever way you want to be. Maybe you just want to get a few, or you just want to get the tower only, and then you get the free shipping from scrapbook.com, and then you get some adhesives and some dies and such. Sometimes it suits you to go that way instead of the individual store, and then sometimes it suits you to go with the individual store. Either way, thumbs up for a deal. Up next, Queen & Company. They have a sale on Christmas in July goodies. No code needed. So check out Queen & Company. Anytime they have a sale is always fabulous. They sell comprehensive sets, and sometimes it can get very pricey. So when they go on sale, that's the best time to shop. The cuteness at Queen & Company. Lots and lots of shaker goodness too. If you love shaker dies and you wanted to tell a story, definitely check out Queen & Company. And their stamps too. They have really fun fonts with their stamps. Up next, Alex Siberia. 20% off site-wide with the code July4. Next, a Jillian Vance Design. This is a company that has lots of fabulous dies as well. Lots of stitching dies, like dies with the stitch detail on it. 70% off dies and more. No code needed. Scrappy Boy Stamps. 25% off site-wide. No code needed. Newer company, but lots of fun die sets and stamp sets too. Art Impressions. 25% off with the code USA250. Alrighty, crafters, that is it. Definitely check out these sales. Definitely check out some of the items I showed you. If you are curious about the scrapbook.com adhesives, definitely check out the combination of the 1, 2, 3 millimeter. Those large foam squares that I use, that's $1.99 a pack. So it's not like a huge investment to just give it a try. Give it a try. You will love it. Alrighty, crafters. Everything will be detailed and linked below. Enjoy your 4th of July. And remember, most of these sales end on Sunday. Some of them go into Monday. So enjoy your holiday weekend. Stay safe. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.